do not be looking for, I know these days it is, if the man doesn't have money, you can't be with him, you know. But trust me, I've been there where the man had money, and you see the results. So for me, I think the biggest lesson I would want to send out there,
marriage is not a bed of roses. Many people may agree, but somehow we always think that we shall make things work out. In our episode of today of You Can Achieve It, we have the beautiful Diana Kahunde, who is going to be telling us what transpired in her marriage. How is she coping? So without further ado, guys, we're going to get straight into the video. But before we do that, go down below and subscribe. If you want to do business with us, please, the link is below for our business accounts. And let's get straight into the videos, guys. Let's subscribe, let's like, let's share this video. Thank you so much for sparing time to come to our show. We are so pleased to have you. And thank you so much for sharing. And I believe that most people out there will learn so much from your story. So kindly, can you please tell us like what you do and everyone? So for people that don't know her, for people that don't know you.
Well, my name is Diana Kahunde. I'm a filmmaker. I'm now more of behind the cameras, behind the scenes. I'm producing, directing, besides my show acting that majority know me for. I have a company called Instincts Focus Limited. And yeah, we're very young. We're such an infant company, but we've done some things with other companies. Yeah, we're really grateful to the people who support us and who are with us. And at the moment, I would like to send out a lot of gratitude to Rotary, because I'm working with them at the moment.
That's good.
Yeah. We are working on a mental health project called Untimely, which I wrote, and I'm going to direct, and I'm producing at the moment.
So it's a movie?
Yes.
Because we've been wondering where you are. Most people
I'm there busy.
So Diana, can you please tell us like what kind of family you grew up in, your family background?
Well, we are many kids. Here in Uganda, they don't count kids, right? But I could say I'm the last girl.
You're the last girl.
Yeah, and I'm the last born of my mother.
Okay.
I think that's all that counts at the moment.
The last born of your mom, eh?
Yes. What kind of family I grew up in? My dad was a disciplinarian, and I think my mom was too. I know she was a disciplinarian as well. There was no bad cop, good cop with my parents. They were both either good cops or bad cops. And they were really strict on us, on me. We had to have values and principles and what we want to do in life. But there was no pressure of you must be a doctor or a lawyer, or there was no pressure. So it was about what I wanted to do, really.
I guess that's why you chose what you're doing today, right?
Yeah, it was a passion. Like everywhere I went, I ended up somehow creating. Yeah, somehow creating. Even when I was in Miss Uganda, I ended up directing the show, the drama that we did at Serena. So somehow in all my circles, I end up either being just appointed or chosen. So for me, it's not just a passion. I believe this was given to me by God. Yeah.
So there is nothing more you wish to have been if you weren't what you are today. Is there something you wish you could have been?
I do not actually wish, because I am very happy with what I do. I love film. I love telling stories. I love passing on messages.
But what if you didn't have that? What would you have been then?
I wish I could say. I don't know, because
so that's all you know.
With
now.
Film, everything film. Like I've learned to use the cameras. I've gone out of my way to study these things on my own, to learn them. to learn how to write. I've not been in school for any of this. So I do not want to wish to do anything because I'll not have fulfillment in my heart. Yeah.
So at what age did you decide, now let me go for this gig? So what was that breakthrough for you anyway?
Well, according to you guys,
Okay.
it was the hostel.
The hostel.
Yeah, and I was still in school, so I got hired before I graduated, and that was a
would
big
you
for me.
feel that you're now known? Would you feel like you're popular? When did you get to know that now? I think people know me. How did it feel like?
I think it was still in the hostel. From my very first appearance, I think I'm still indebted actually to Fast Track Productions for that gig for the hostel, because as soon as I went on screen, I started getting offers and deals, and everything just came boo, 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 overwhelming. What was your other question?
When did you realize now? I think people know me.
I think it was around hostel again when I had to travel, and I was in London, and fans greeted me, and they were Ugandans, so that was really big for me. Yeah,
that's so nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so another question that I would really like to ask you is, how do you keep consistent? This industry is not really easy. Yeah? How do you keep yourself relevant in this industry?
Well, how do I keep consistent is, first of all, I turned my passion into a career. This is where I get my butter and my bread. So if I do not work, I'm not going to have bread. So what keeps me consistent is that I love what I do. And I put in so much for it to work out. So the consistency is I am available for work when I'm called upon. I don't burn bridges. I try so hard to make sure that the producer that I left, or I'm done with this project, will have a good review for me for the next project. And in Uganda, that is like what usually happens. That in the film industry, they'll call and say, "Oh, Sharon, tell me how was Diana on your set?
She kept time. Oh my God.
She kept time. She did this. She So what you say is going to help me get a job the next time. So it's not easy. It's hard. I mean, the economy is bad as it is. So yeah, consistency is it's a lot in it. I pray. I revise my scripts. I do a lot of research for my characters. Now behind the scenes, it's even a lot of work. You have to approach big sponsors, big partners. So the package is big.
So apart from all those nice things that you might have gone through and all that, so when was that point that you felt like, I have to give up on this thing? Maybe just go and try something else. Maybe perhaps business. Have you reached that point before?
Yeah. Quite honestly, those episodes have been numerous, and I would be lying if I said, "Oh, it's been a smooth road." I can't say like a particular time, but I will remember after the hostel, we've been with these people for probably 5 years. And then they put the show on a hold. And then people like me didn't have anywhere to fall back on. Yes, I had a degree and but it's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want a white collar.
Let me see.
I did public administration and management.
So you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, at that point, I felt like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? There was also a challenge that we did not have enough guidance. We don't have entertainment lawyers per se. At least I've not met any. You meet a lawyer and tell them what you want, and then they help you in that perspective. So there was that, like, okay, now I've just signed a contract. Where do I go? it's pending. I don't know, should I get another job? Won't I be fired? I've got this person that is offering me something to do on TV, but I have a contract here.
So when you take a break, do they give you money in between that?
No, they were not giving money at that time.
Wow.
So it was really difficult.
And you're not supposed to get another job, right?
You have your own contract.
Okay. Wow.
So those are things I'm saying that I didn't know whether to get another job while I'm on contract or not. So I started thinking, what do I do now? Yeah. So that at that point, that was the first time I was like, what else should I do? So I started looking into doing other things at that point. And even after that, I go back to Hostel to work now behind the scenes. And then when that season ended, I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do? What next, you know?
Yeah.
So there have been those intervals, because it's not like, it's a gig economy, you know? We are in the gig economy, where they'll hire you for like 6 months or 3 years, things like that. So what happens after the 6 months?
Yeah.
You know? So that's how I ended up doing other businesses.
So from this, what you've been doing, what would you say is your biggest achievement that would encourage someone out there that wants to try out filming, being an actress, things like that?
Wow, the biggest
achievement.
Let's
say 3.
Okay. Okay, I will start with social capital.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that has been one of the biggest achievements that I can easily go to one office and, you know, give them a proposal or a concept, and they'll give me a listening ear. And from that, it's really, really wide, you know. The other one, I will say, I've gotten to learn so much and do research for myself. You know, sometimes we come out of campus and we're still a bit raw. We don't have all that experience. So when you get into the workforce or the work environment, you need to learn certain things on your own. So I learned how to do my research. I mean, there was so many things that come in a script, big words. You need to find out what they mean, what the subtext is. Why are you in that scene? Why are you doing that scene? What is it for the character? So you have to do research. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be a doctor, you have to know how do doctors talk. What is their demeanor?
Imagine, I never knew this thing can be that stressful.
You know, it is. It is. It's not a piece of cake. It's not for the faint-hearted. If you're taking it like on as a career. Yeah, because some it's just a passion and they'll come on scene for a few and leave. But actually, I don't think that's even a passion, because a passion is something that you want to do and gain from it for you to be fulfilled. Yeah, so it's more than that. The third thing I would say that I have achieved is so that is social capital, knowledge, and
you can brag about some things.
Yeah, favor. You go to a place and you're seated, you're minding your own business. Boom, there's a bottle in front of you. Boom, there is a meal. Boom, there is transport. Boom, someone is offering this and that and that and that. So I think it's a good thing as well to feel appreciated, to be appreciated for the work that you do, for the lives that you touch. I think that is, what I'm trying to say. Lives that I have touched through my work has been a very big achievement for me. Yeah.
So let's drift away from career. So now time comes and you're like, I have to get married. So what was your motive? And did you think about it? Did you just want to get married, or you fell in love?
Yeah, the last one is not an option. But what happened is that, like I told you, those phases where you're wondering, okay, now
what next?
This is done, this project is done, what next?
So you wanted your life to be like a script, is that so?
No. Like I told you, I'm from a principled background,
Okay.
which has values. You have to get married and then have children. You can't have children and get married. Those kinds of things. Like, I'm the last, and I've seen all my bigger siblings doing that. So I had to walk the right path. So at that moment, men were not really okay. They were there, but they were not actually coming out with the force to like state their intention. You know, many men,
They just wanted to be in between.
many men are usually really playful without actually, you know, saying exactly what they want.
Okay.
And for me, I want someone to tell me what they want, the truth, you know, and then I will decide on how to process it, you know. So at that moment, I was doing totally different business. We had an ice cream parlor with a friend of mine. Okay, I thought she was. Yeah, so this man comes around, and I'm like, you know what? It's hard for us to get married in this industry. If you look around, it's not easy. Yeah, especially if someone is coming with good intentions. They are usually not really good intentions. Yeah, so of course we learned the hard way, and that's how that situation was. Okay, this man has come, and it's not easy to get married. None of my friends were married, and I'm like, okay, you know, let me try this out.
There's no
from
love
church.
at all. You remember properly.
No, there was no love. Yeah, there was no love. I did it because I was frightened about what was going to happen. I mean, like, there was no particular suitor. So that it was, I was just ready for, no, I was ripe for marriage, but I was not ready for marriage. Yeah. Yeah. You know, there is that very big difference that people don't understand, because all your friends are having kucharas and kwanjulas. You're like, attend me. So whoever comes, you're like, let me do this kwanjula. When you have no, there's no strong bond between the two of you. You've just met and things like that. He's not your friend. So you end up, you know, accepting. And those are mistakes anybody can make.
So you did not have conversations, like exciting conversations between yourselves?
We did, but we were very, very different, you know. And I think that is a disadvantage, because you have to get a partner that you have a lot similarities with, so that you do things that are similar, that you both enjoy.
Exactly. About.
Yes. Like, for me, I like partying, really. Yeah, I like partying, and at the same time, I'm a homebody. I love being home as well. So, and the other one is a workaholic, you know. So the two cannot mix. Yeah, there should be like a, you know, something similar. Yeah. So it was those situations of, what am I going to do right now?
I know, like, most people have had your story, like, from different platforms, but perhaps maybe for people that haven't heard the story, at what point did you feel like, now it's breaking, like, this is not for me? Did you notice any signs in the beginning?
Yes.
Or there was that point that struck you and you're like...
No, the thing is, I would be lying to say that I didn't see any signs. The signs were there, and they are usually there. Red signs are always there. We choose to ignore them. We choose to say, oh, I will change him.
And you cover up.
Yeah, we choose to cover up. We choose to, you know, put icing on the cake. Yeah, so there were signs. All those things were there, but I thought, oh, he's being protective of me. Oh, he's being this, you know. I did not see him for the narcissist that he was. I thought he was just being protective of me, you know. So that I saw it. I just did not, you know, I was like, oh, my mom already knows, and this man has asked for my hand in marriage, and you know, he has already done this. He has given me money for business. He has done that. So you feel a certain way, or you're going to disappoint someone my family, someone who has been there for you. He's repairing your car every 3 days in a week, you know. You know, there are so many things, but that blinds you. And you see, so many people will not have the courage to come out and be like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
This is wrong. And many, even in my shoes, are out there, you know, but because they are on TV and they can't come out and speak, but they are going through probably even worse situations. So the breaking point was when he hit me. Yeah, that was the breaking point.
So I heard that he was also like practicing rituals or something
Yeah,
like that.
he was.
So that wasn't a breaking point for you?
He
As
had
well.
mentioned it, but because he was born again, you know.
So you thought you would pray and make the situation
No,
change?
I didn't think he was practicing it at all.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't think he was practicing it at all. So when I found all these charms around, that is when I was like, hold up. What am I getting myself into? Yeah. So it was a short time of a lot of learning and a lot of, reality check that I had to do and be like, is this where I want to be? You know, he's beating you, he's disrespectful, just because he probably gives you a little bit of money. He makes you feel like you're a rag or useless, or because you're a woman, there are things you cannot do. You can't work, you can't look the way you want to look because you're married to him. I think that is just wrong for someone to control you to that extent. Yeah.
So did he hit you once? I know even hitting you once is bad, but did he hit you once or like several times?
No.
And we didn't know about it.
There were things that happened prior that, you know. First, it is holding you family, you know. That is the first thing. And you're like, it's not, you know, you heal. The second thing is strangling you. The third thing is, there were many instances by the time he hit me. That was the breaking point for me. Yeah. So there were things that happened prior to that.
So you tell your parents what was their reaction? First of all, they knew already about the charms, right? So were they supportive of you taking a divorce and all that?
It's
how has life been?
It's not easy for a parent to be like, get a divorce, you know. It's not easy. They want you to hold on because they're coming from a very different generation where divorce was unheard of. You stick there, you know, he's misbehaving, but I'm going to be here. So that generation cannot mix with this generation. They were not supportive of it, but at the end of the day,
empowered.
Yes,
we can speak.
We are more empowered, and for me, it was a no-go area for me. Yeah, because I had been working for towards women's rights, so it is going to be like I'm a hypocrite, being beaten, and all those things are happening to me, and then I come in front and say, "Oh, you know, be strong, stand firm," and what? That would be really contradicting my purpose in life. And one of my purposes and principles, I would not allow myself to do that. Yeah.
So after your story broke out, were people using this against you? Have people been using this against you or not? How have you been
Of course, they've been using it against me. Some people use it against me, of course. Definitely. We are in Uganda. Yeah. So, some people use it against me. I remember there was a man who was interested in me, and then he was like, but I saw this story, and what? It's going to affect your future.
What?
And yeah. And this is a man who wanted to marry me, but he was using my past experience to judge my future. Yeah, so that was a no-go area for me as well. I could not. I mean, if he's immature like that, you know, I don't understand.
So how about your
someone,
fans? I mean, people that support you, supporters.
There's a lot of mixed feelings, of course. Yeah, they're like, how come you're still smiling? You should be depressed. You should be sad and crying. Yeah, you should be drinking yourself silly. Yeah, Others are sympathetic. The majority are sympathetic, really. And they have... I would like to thank my fans for being there for me and being very supportive. They have called me, they have texted me up to today. I can't take that for granted. Yeah.
So how about the man's family? Like, do you feel like you're threatened? Are there threats?
They
sometimes?
used to be, and I opened up a case, a file with police.
That what? Threats like what?
They were sending me weird messages on social media. You know, you can't leave our brother, blah, blah, blah. You know, but that is really trivial. It's very nonsensical and very... it's only idiots do that. Yeah. So I blocked them all, and I don't know if they have access or what.
Anyway, so another question, by the way, that we really wanted to ask is now, how do men treat you these days? Like, are men receptive of you, or wagambye tebakwagala bakutya?
I think men fear me. They're like, or you cannot mess with. You mess with her.
She will do what?
She will leave you. If you beat her, she will go. She's not nonsense.
It's better if they know, right?
Yeah, because I have friends of mine, of course, who invite me, come and we do this, come and we do this. And then there are other people there, and they're like, what happened? You're too strong, you know? And I don't know if too strong is a bad thing. I think it should be a plus.
Yeah.
I think men should be actually supportive of their wives when they have dreams, when there are things that they want to do. Do it with them, you know?
So
yeah, so they are strong ones, actually. The men that do not fear, that are very, what was the thing you said? That are... what was that word she said? Reciprocating.
Yeah, that reciprocate your love.
I don't give them my love. But the ones who want my love.
Okay.
They are, you know, humble men with humble backgrounds, hustlers,
Those
you know.
are the kind of men you're
Yes.
into, yeah.
No, I'm not into them. You asked me how they are and whatever.
Yeah.
Rich men usually... over the hell they come with their issues, you know, and also they cannot risk what they have built. So they are like, nja mukuba kunyiza mukuba agende andetele ebizibu, you know. Me, I'll go to police, I'll expose you. Me, I'm no nonsense. So a person who has to come to me has to be strong enough, as strong as me, you know, with strong principles and values, and they know that the other person's life is also as important as yours. Yeah, so...
I know this is the question everyone has been waiting for.
Which one?
What is Matu?
Even me, I want. Which one?
Diana, have you found someone?
Yeah, I have. Even me, I will dance. Yeah.
I hope this one is right.
Yeah, well, you know, we cannot sit there and cry over spilt milk forever. Life has to move on, you know. Yeah, I want a baby in future. So, and I'm not going to just go to the street and get a child. I still believe in love, and I cannot give so much power to somebody that broke me to an extent that I don't move on with my life. Hell no. I have to move on with my life. It's not been easy. It's been over 5 years now.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm seeing someone now, and I'm really, really happy. Yeah.
By the way, did you go through anything like mental health issues? Did you get counseling when that happened? Did you finalize the divorce?
Divorce is still underway.
Ongoing.
Yeah, it's still ongoing because we failed to locate where this man is. At the moment, yes. So, bamunonya. If you know where he is, tell him to come and sign his papers.
Because for you want to get married.
Yeah. I did go through depression. It is so hard to be belittled and beaten and strangled and body shamed and abused and psychologically tortured, and you don't go into depression. Just even when your boss tells you you are incompetent, it pains you, and you wonder how you're going to move forward from that. So imagine the other load. So yes, I did go through depression.
Did you seek counseling?
Yes, I had to. Yeah, and I think we need that one person that can be there for you. You choose that person that you think loves you, and you talk to them. Yeah. You know, there are certain things I could not tell my mom, but my big sister, I could tell her.
Okay.
So she counseled me and talked to me daily, and at any time, because she knew what I was going through. So yes, besides that, I spoke to Reverend Nyegenye. She is, I think, one of the best reverends in this country or in Africa at large, and she's been patient with me. I'm still talking to her because it just doesn't go away like that. Yeah. Now that you're going into a new relationship, how do you approach it? You don't go. You know, her lessons are you don't go into a new relationship saying, this man has done this. That means he's going to do what the other one did.
Insecurities.
Yeah.
Carrying your insecurities on to the next one.
It's a lot. So there is that whole process. So yes, I did go through depression, which is one of the fastest killing diseases of mental health in youth, and also got counseling. And now I think I'm a counselor because of what I went through. People are like, if you're able to talk, that means you can talk to me. Yeah, so I've been doing that a lot.
So what advice would you give anyone that wants to get married right now? What should they look out for?
Look out for your friend. People should look out for their friends. A friend that believes in them. Someone that is supportive. Someone that is prayerful, someone whose religious affiliations or beliefs are relatable to yours, someone who has at least 70% of your qualities that you're looking for. Do not be looking for, I know these days it is if the man doesn't have money, you can't be with them, you know. But trust me, I've been there where the man had company, and you see the results. So for me, I think the biggest lesson I would want to send out there is look for somebody who you can work with and make your money together. Whatever
so money
small
is not
business
a factor for you now.
No, it's not, because I've seen it and I've also lost it before, so it's no longer a factor. And for me, with this person I'm telling you that I'm seeing right now, is that we decided to do our small businesses together, and when we sell this phone at 10,000, we will go and eat our food, you know, buy our car, whatever it is, eat it together, and we're happy. These are our fruits. Rather than me finding him, yes, he has his things, but I do not want them. I don't want to have his things, and then I love him because he has heels and what? No. Let them be there. Let us work together and buy our new hill. Let us build our mountain together. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Otherwise, is there anything else that you'd want to add on?
Marry your friend, really. Marry your friend.
Anything that people don't know about you right now? What
I'm doing is because of the mental health issues that I went through, that not very many people actually knew about. I came out now, and I was approached by Rotary to do a mental health project, which we have titled now as Untimely. And we are looking for sponsors, partners, well-wishers, We are done with with the auditions. We've finished launching it. So we are now open. Our wings are open for whoever wants to be involved, because this project is not just going to be a feature film and it ends there.
Okay.
Every year we celebrate mental health in a different way. So we would love to show this movie every year.
I can't wait.
And after that, we'll be like, this movie is now, let's make a new one.
When is the first one premiering?
We'll give you all that information when everything is ready.
I can't wait, you guys.
Yeah.
Otherwise, thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for this show, guys. If you're new, please just go down below and subscribe, like the video, comment. I would like to have a conversation with you guys down below. And show some love to Diana, you guys. Show some love to her in the comments. Otherwise, until next week, bye, guys.
Manyira, one came, got an engagement ring. You have an engagement ring. Oyagala kumpasa, not because nti onjagala, but to look after your kids. Bozadde mu bakazi abalala.